ग्राउंड। आपको क्लाउड किचन से प्रॉफिट निकालने के लिए बहुत स्ट्रगल करना पड़ेगा। राइटली सेड, केपेक्स बहुत कम है, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर इज वेरी लेस। आप लोग 5 लाख रुपए में भी किचन शुरू कर सकते हैं, 2 लाख रुपए में भी किचन शुरू करते हैं, फ्री में घर बैठ के भी शुरू कर सकते हैं। पर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के लिए आप डिपेंडेंट है सिर्फ 2 विंडोज पे, जो कि है स्विगी और जोमैटो, और उनकी कमीशंस, उनका कमर्शियल स्ट्रक्चर इज सो टाइट दैट रीचिंग इनटू अ प्रॉफिटेबल बिजनेस इज next to impossible or very difficult possible. I will not say it's not possible, but with perseverance and patience. You need to wait. You need to be skilled and upskilled every day. Cloud kitchen owners will understand. When we compare cloud kitchen to a hybrid model, hybrid is a smart decision to start with, in which you have a physical outlet, could be a QSR, and also a cloud kitchen integrated, like I told in the previous slide. आप एक किचन से डिलीवरीज भी कर रहे हो, आप कैश कस्टमर्स को भी एंटरटेन कर रहे हो, आपका इंटरैक्शन अपने कस्टमर से बढ़ रहा है। क्लाउड किचन में जीरो है। We come to Find Nine. Find Nine is a must go अगर आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस है। Okay. So when we talk about getting into the business, we need to understand हमारे पास एक limited set of budget है। Not everybody can spend everything. Not everybody is going to be a unicorn. Not everybody is going to have 100 crores funding in the bank account. Many, most and major of them are bootstrapped. People are spending their own pockets. They are burning their own money. So cloud kitchen is for the people who have a capital to spend, which is minimal, that they can just to start with, just to explore the space. Hybrid is what is for the people who can invest a little more than cloud kitchen, so that उसमें सिविल के खर्चे होंगे, उसमें आउटलेट बनाने के खर्चे होंगे, उसमें रेंटल ज्यादा होंगे, केपेक्स will be on a little higher side, but conversion of capex to opex is better than a cloud kitchen. Then we come on to fine dining. फाइन डाइनिंग के अंदर आपका खर्चा ज्यादा लगता है, क्योंकि आप एक होलिस्टिकल एम्बियंस बनाते हो, जहां पे 4 लोग या 5 लोग या 10 लोग एक साथ आके बैठेंगे और वो खाना ऑर्डर करेंगे। वहां पे आपका मेजर इंटीग्रेशन, मेजर इंटरेक्शन विद द कस्टमर रहता है, जो कि और किसी मॉडल में नहीं रहता। यू केटर द मासेस। अगर आपको एक, just to give you a tip or my thought about it, अगर आपको एक ऐसा ब्रांड बनाना है जो आप सोचते हो कि आप उसको इंडिया में 200 स्टोर्स खोलोगे, तो वो एक फाइन डाइन मॉडल आराम से बन सकता है। क्योंकि रीजन इज फैमिलीज गो आउट फॉर डिनर्स, they want good food. Fine dining is all about good food, a little light and healthy ambience where you can actually make sure that families are coming in. You can host parties there, you can host kitties there, you can, people do their children's birthdays at Fine Dine. So that's a very holistical environment. Hybrid model can also be multiplied, but with time. Fine Dine is something, for example, आप अहमदाबाद में हैं, आपने अहमदाबाद में एक जोन के अंदर एक फाइन डाइन आउटलेट खोला, could be any name XYZ, और वो आउटलेट चल गया, वहां की मार्केट ने उस चीज को पसंद किया। So now when you multiplicate that outlet, you, जो ऑफलाइन कस्टमर है, जो ऑफलाइन वॉइस है, that is very sharp and very quick. Fine Dine expansion is good, profitable. 70%, 60%, 50%. These are the gaps of profit margin in fine dining. Let's talk about cafe or club. When you plan to go into a cafe or club, it's something when you make sure that the customer is coming for the cafe concept or for a nightclub concept and little of food and other things as well in the market. जब कैफे और क्लब आप खोलते हो तो आपको एक कॉन्सेप्ट देना पड़ता है उस मॉडल का। फॉर एग्जांपल, टुडे वी हैव वेरी गुड कॉन्सेप्ट्स इन द मार्केट. I am associated with a brand wherein the concept is that they are hosting that the service crowd is deaf and mute, PWD. So deaf and mute staff से एक concept create हो गया कि एक customer आएगा, he'll ring the bell and a mute staff will see a bulb, a lightning, and he'll come. So after that comes food. After the concept of cafe comes food. Food की costing, food की quality, food का taste. These things matter. जब वो चीज पसंद आती है, उसके बाद customer goes out and comes again. There you retain your customer. Customer comes in a cafe looking at the exteriors and interiors saying, oh wow, and goes out tasting the food when he or she likes the food saying, oh wow. सो द जर्नी इज आपको कैफे में एक ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट देना जहां पे हर चीज मैटर करती है. केपेक्स इज ऑन अ हायर साइड, लाइसेंसिंग इज ऑन अ हायर साइड, इंटरेक्शन इज ओनली with the customers. Cafe or club are not majorly present on Swiggy and Zomato. Reason being, the menu of a cafe and club is very distinct, very differentiated and very crisp. उन मेन्यू के जो नेम्स होते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आर डूइंग अ व्हाइट सॉस पास्ता इन अ कैफे, द कैफे ओनर कैन नेम दैट व्हाइट सॉस पास्ता विद एनी नेम. That could be any Italian name. So Swiggy and Zomato, any aggregator that might come in the market tomorrow, उनके menus cafe से relate नहीं हो पाते हैं, इसलिए cafe and clubs are have a shorthand in on aggregators, and rest can be done on aggregators. Guys, I can see people are asking questions. What we can do is we can actually take all the questions in the last. Let me complete the presentation. I have a lot to speak about it. I know what questions might come or is coming. I can see all the questions. I will take each and every question. That's a promise for the day. Going back to the slide. Second point, the only revenue windows are online aggregators in Cloud Kitchen. Revenue streams in hybrid are aggregator and customers. For example, if I am the cafe owner, I have a short 10 by 10 or 10 by 20 QSR model. I am standing on the window. A customer comes in, I'll greet the customer, ask about the customer, tell something about me to the customer. The interaction begins. Customer को खाना अच्छा लगेगा, वो दोबारा आएगा. Let's go. He can have a chat with me as well, with the restaurant owner as well. He can see staff working, he can see hygiene, he will order again. So hybrid में conversion rate ज़्यादा होता है, retention ज़्यादा होता है, and cost of acquiring one customer is very less. आपने customer से बात कर ली, customer दोबारा आएगा. People need love more than food. So when you interact with the customer, you give yourself to the customer, customer comes back again. Fine line के अंदर revenue window is majorly direct customer and a single brand. For example, I am doing a brand, say Haldiram's. Haldiram's का फाइन लाइन आउटलेट एक सर्व हो रहा है और वो किचन से हल्दीराम ही चला सकता है, एक आईडी, एक ब्रांड. वो मल्टीपल ब्रांड नहीं चलाएगा क्योंकि किचन इज ऑलरेडी ओवर इक्विप्ड एंड यूज इज बीइंग यूज्ड मोर देन इट्स पोटेंशियल. हाइब्रिड के अंदर आप लोग मल्टीपल ब्रांड्स भी चलाते हो और वॉक इन भी केटर करते हो. क्लाउड किचन के अंदर आप वॉक इन नहीं केटर करते, मल्टीपल ब्रांड्स चलाते हो. फाइन लाइन के अंदर हम लोग मल्टीपल ब्रांड्स नहीं चलाते हैं, सिर्फ वॉक इन केटर करते हैं, कम चलाते हैं. हम लोगों का जो सेग्रीगेशन है, इफ एनीबडी कैन स्पीकिंग इन अ लेमन लैंग्वेज, ये जो सेग्रीगेशन है बिटवीन द मॉडल्स, इट्स लाइक आप क्लाउड किचन से कैफे की तरफ जब जाते हो तो आपका जो ऑनलाइन डिपेंडेंसी है वो कम होती जा रही है. इफ यू विल सी द ऑब्जर्वेंस इज दैट माय होल आइडिया अबाउट दिस स्लाइड इज, आप जितना एग्रीगेटर डिपेंडेंसी पे रहोगे उतना आपका कस्टमर इंटरेक्शन खत्म या कम रहेगा. उसके बाद अब आप सोचो कि आपका प्रॉफिटेबल या प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी 50-60% आ जाए, वो नहीं आएगा. सो टू डिफरेंशिएट फ्रॉम एग्रीगेटर्स वी वांट टू फोकस एंड वी नीड एंड वी मस्ट फोकस ऑन डायरेक्ट कस्टमर्स. क्लाउड किचन में आपका फोकस इज नेग्लिजिबल, हाइब्रिड में फोकस कम्स इन, यू कैन इंटरैक्ट एंड इंटीग्रेट. फाइन लाइन के अंदर पूरा इंटरेक्शन रहता है और डिपेंडेंसी कम होती जाती है. कैफे एंड क्लब में तो डिपेंडेंसी होती ही नहीं है. इट्स अ कंप्लीट direct customer business. The revenue is completely from direct customer. It's a complete offline market for cafe and club. My voice is audible, guys. If it is, you can just give me a heads up.
Yes, Sarthak, we can hear you properly.
Done. That's great. Okay, now let's talk about licensing. Licensing in all the models I have segregated. Cloud Kitchen mein licensing is not much required. You just need to have a space. Could be a residential space, could be from your own home or a commercial space. You would need a FSI food license with the requirements whatever they have today. And apart from that, there's not much licensing required in Cloud Kitchen. Hybrid ke andar there will be a little licensing required. If a commercial space is being used, you need to have municipal corporation licenses. You need to have a little of fire safety licenses and food license. Fine line ke andar you have everything. You need to take care about all the measurements, all the licensing. You need to take about the municipal corporation licenses. You need to take about the fire licenses. You need to take care about the food licenses. You need to take care about pest control and everything. So there comes a lot of what that word would be, to बहुत ज्यादा formalities आ जाती है, if I say in fine line. Right, DPCC as well, Harkeerat is typing. So fine dine and cafe and club में बहुत ज्यादा formalities आ जाती हैं for licensing, तो वहां पे थोड़ा headache रहता है, but there are consulting people in the market who help you get that thing out. So licensing in hybrid and cloud kitchen is on a very easier side. Licensing in fine dine and cafe and club is on a very, it could be a tougher for you as well. I am into clubs, I'm into cafes, I'm into restaurants. So licensing is a part wherein your energy would go in. So I believe थोड़ी सी clarity आई होगी what is what में, cloud kitchen क्या है, hybrid क्या है, fine dine क्या है, and cafe and club module क्या है. We can take this ahead. Understanding CapEx and OpEx costs. I could see a few questions in the chat box asking what is CapEx. Guys, CapEx is capital expenditure. OpEx is operational expenditure. CapEx is a term, अगर layman language में बताओ तो वो सारा पैसा जो आप आउटलेट खुलने से पहले तक चलाते हो. यानी कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई हैव 20 लाख रुपीज टुडे, मेरा डे वन से पहले का सारा इन्वेस्टमेंट, रेंटल, डिपॉजिट्स, सिविल, इंटीरियर्स, एक्सटीरियर्स, किचन इक्विपमेंट, लाइसेंसिंग, बेसिक मार्केटिंग, इंटीग्रेशंस एंड एवरीथिंग कम्स इनटू केपेक्स, जो आप डे वन तक सारा स्पेंड करते हो टू स्टार्ट द प्रोजेक्ट, टू स्टार्ट विद द बिजनेस. उसके बाद आता है ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंडिचर, विच इज अ रिकरिंग कॉस्ट दैट यू विल हैव टू बियर एवरी डे ऑफ योर बिजनेस, like salaries, like rent, like electricity bills, utility bills, like accounting and legal services, over expenses, variable food costings, your dairy products, your veggies, your sauces, and everything that comes every day in the kitchen. So that's OpEx. CapEx and OpEx are very sharp points that need to take care before deciding the model. जब आप एक क्लाउड किचन में जाते हो तो आपका केपेक्स बहुत कम होता है, क्योंकि उसमें आपको सिर्फ एक किचन बनानी होती है जिसमें आप किचन इक्विपमेंट डाल सकते हो. जब आप एक हाइब्रिड में जाते हो तो आपका केपेक्स बढ़ जाता है. वील टॉक अबाउट केपेक्स फॉर ऑल द फोर मॉडल्स. जब आप एक हाइब्रिड में जाते हो तो आपका केपेक्स बढ़ जाता है. क्यों? क्योंकि आपको एक वॉक इन आउटलेट बनाना पड़ता है, उसमें एक एक्सटीरियर्स बनते हैं, बोर्ड बनता है, लाइसेंसिंग आ जाती है, किचन उतनी ज्यादा कमर्शियल बनानी पड़ती है. क्लाउड किचन में यू कैन डू होम किचन एज वेल. When we go into a fine line, उसके अंदर आपका एरिया साइज बढ़ जाता है, फर्नीचर्स इन्वॉल्व हो जाते हैं, इंटीरियर, एक्सटीरियर्स, किचन, स्टाफिंग. So the capex gets on a heavier side, and when in a cafe and club, it gets to a really bigger size. Reason, you will have to go for the lightnings, you will have to go for the sound systems, you will have to go for the ambience, you will have to go for a very high rented space or very high street market. So the capex gets increased in all the four models line by line. From cloud kitchen to cafe, capex is increasing. But when we talk about operating expenditures is something that you will either have to do from your pocket, which is quoted as burning, or operating expenditures is something which you will want to dig out of all of these everyday sales that you get in different models. For example, if I am a business owner today, मुझे पता है that every day my variable cost, or in a month my variable food cost is coming somewhat 3 to 3.5 lakh rupees. My salaries are coming somewhere 2 to 2.5 lakh rupees. So I would want what is कि मेरे सारे खर्चे मेरी सेल्स से बाहर आ जाए. पर अगर मेरा मॉडल प्रॉफिटेबल नहीं हुआ तो every month I'll be burning my money, I'll be flushing in my money to get my business profitable someday. So when in a cloud kitchen, अगर वो cloud kitchen नहीं चलता या उसकी commercials आप लोग नहीं set कर पाते या fix कर पाते, तो profitability तो नहीं आएगी, और OpEx will be every day, every month head on. जब हम एक हाइब्रिड मॉडल में जाते हैं तो OpEx क्या होता है कि खर्चा सेम ही चल रहा है हर मॉडल के अंदर ऑलमोस्ट, अगर स्टाफ नहीं बढ़ता है तो, या फर्नीचर्स नहीं आते हैं तो खर्चा तो है पर उसका रिटर्न भी है. देयर इज एन ROI फॉर हाइब्रिड डाइनिंग एंड कैफे. हाइब्रिड के अंदर जब एक कैश कस्टमर आता है, जब एक वॉक इन कस्टमर आता है, योर प्रॉफिट मार्जिन कैन एक्चुअली गो बियॉन्ड 50%. which is never going to happen in a cloud kitchen model. When you go for a high fine dine, your profit margin can actually go to 60 to 70% because the prices are high. When you go to a cafe or club, your profit margin can go really more than this as well, because there are drinks as well, and you can actually premium on all the prices. So OpEx is very subjective. OpEx is just not that if you are operating from a home, so your operating expenditures would be, or you are operating from a residential place, or operating expenditures would be less. It would be less only on the rentals. स्टाफ आप अच्छा रखोगे, फूड कॉस्टिंग फिर भी लगेगी, वेरिएबल खर्चे होंगे, पर अगर रिटर्न नहीं आया वो पूरा लॉस में चले जाएगा. तो टू स्टार्ट विद द बिजनेस यू नीड टू फर्स्ट चूज कि मेरे पास इतना बजट है. फॉर एग्जांपल आई हैव 10 लाख रुपीस. My mindset would be, okay, I have 10 lakh rupees, let's go to a hybrid model. I would spend 6 to 7 lakh rupees in construction, in the kitchen and everything, and then 3 to 4 lakh rupees I'll keep with me for the next 3 to 4 months of working capital. And after that, if my break-even point comes and I would be on profit side, first I'll be taking some money home and my turnover expenses would be easy. So you need to have a clarity कि कौन से मॉडल में जाना है और उसमें कितना इन्वेस्ट करना है और कैसे कैसे करना है. CapEx के अंदर we have listed down few bulletins. Professional fees, for example, if you hire a consultant on day one, which I will suggest not to do that. First, get on to the market and then hire a consultant. Professional fees जाएगी, whatever consultant you hire for staff, for kitchen, for interiors, for location, anything. उसका इंटीरियर एक्सटीरियर डिजाइन की फीस जाएगी, इक्विपमेंट्स जाएंगे, फर्नीचर आएगा, प्री ओपनिंग एक्सपेंसेस, फूड ट्रायल, उसमें फूड वेस्टेज बहुत होती है. You will have to make every relative, every friend taste your food. So that's like a huge party you will be offering for free. So that's an expense. Wastage भी होता है. और उसके बाद staff trainings भी आ जाती है pre-opening expenses के अंदर. For example, if today we are standing at 12th of July and I am opening my restaurant on 15th of August on Independence Day, so I'll start training my staff from either today or maximum tomorrow, because I'll need minimum 30 days to get my staff trained for the servicing and for the kitchen. Then we have organizational development, for example, defining SOPs, your uniforms, your crockeries, your interior styling and everything. Then we have permits and deposits, where we come in licensing and rental deposits and everything like that. In OpEx, we have already mentioned the points. Then I have written one quote just below the headline. You must have working capital or liquid capital to run your outlet. Do not spend everything on the business. First of all, see what mindset you are carrying when you start a business. If you have 10 rupees in pocket, segregate that 10 rupees, bifurcate that 10 rupees and then spend. Always keep liquid money, always keep liquid capital with you to spend if God forbid the business is not going good, you need to have that running cost and you cannot take losses. So, and that should be also calculated that, okay, I am taking this capital for 3 months. So my break-even point should and must come in 3 months. And after that, we can move to the profit side. Cloud kitchen में break-even point 8 महीने, 10 महीने, 18 महीने तक चले जाता है. Fine dine के अंदर, hybrid model के अंदर, break-even point can actually come in 3 to 4 months as well. क्योंकि direct इंटरैक्शन है कस्टमर के साथ, क्योंकि कैश कस्टमर, वॉक इन कस्टमर्स है, प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है 50 to 70%. सो डिसीजन शुड बी फ्रॉम डे वन, मॉडल एंड देन कॉस्टिंग्स. फर्स्ट डिसाइड मॉडल, दैट इस पैसों में ये मॉडल शुरू करेंगे और उसके अंदर हम लोग ऐसे सेग्रीगेट करेंगे अपनी प्राइसिंग को. वी कैन टेक दिस अहेड, शिवानी. Very good topic and very important to care about. Smart spending strategies. Smart spending strategy should be, first of all, we are Indians, okay? People in abroad have a mindset that Indians are smart, so we should also create that in us, that we are smart, okay? Our smart spending strategy should start from the day when you get a thought of starting the business. Day one पे भी smart spending करनी है और हर दिन smart spending करनी है, every day. When finding a place to open your business, try and find it yourself and not via brokers, as it will help you save on brokerage expense. What people do is, or what consultants do is, even I am a consultant, but we don't follow that practice. What consultants do and what people do is, they find brokers, they tell them, okay, we need a space, 100 square feet, 1000 square feet, 2000 square feet, please get us one. Broker will go out, spend his 2 to 3, 4 hours, find a place, come tell you, sir, I found a place. My commission would be a 2 months rent or a 1 month rent. So you have actually started burning money on day one. You can also do that. Start going into the market. Before starting the business, go into the market. If you want to come from Ahmedabad and start a business in Ahmedabad, see what is the best market for you. Start strolling the place, start seeing where you can spot your place, where you can actually open a kitchen, and then see what is the market rental going on, and then find the landlord, the owner. You can actually easily get the landlord owner's number from the neighboring outlets, and you can actually reach out to him or her and get a better price and save on brokerage amount, which is a month or 2 months rental. Because the landlord will also expect you to give 1 month advance rental and 2 months security. So for example, if your rent is 50,000 rupees, you are actually giving the landlord 1.5 lakh rupees. And then your brokerage will come, that will be again 50,000 rupees or 75,000 rupees if that goes 1.5 month. So out, let's take a 10 lakh rupees budget. You already spent 2.5 lakh rupees only spotting a place. So that is not the right way. Find a place, negotiate with the landlord, see how much money you can save on deposits. First, save money there. Second, don't fall for any consultant on day one, hit the market first. Don't go on Google and just search food and hospitality consultants. Go into the market, see, explore. You can do that, and that's easy, and you can actually save money. Also, if not, and then also you'll have to hire a consultant, but then you will have an idea of what you want, what market is offering, and what is the market trend right now. So I see many people coming to us and telling us, okay, we hired this and that, somebody team, this company, and they claimed this and they did not delivered. So this is because you are unaware about the market and anybody is selling you anything. So you need to aware about what are you buying from that one person, one particular company. Third, when setting up a kitchen, try and find out good working condition, equipments used to save cost there. Okay, today, when I open an outlet, my sentiment would be all my utensils, all my kitchen should be clean, working, operational. It is not necessary they need to be new. We can actually save on, okay, if you don't know, the failure rate is actually high because people shut down kitchens too early. Reason they spend everything on day one and they don't have working capital, so they cannot run it for a longer period of time and they go back home. So they sell their kitchens at very cheaper prices. You can actually cut down 50 to 60% on the used equipments, and they're also as good as new. You can place them, your staff would use them, you can actually start saving money. So the whole idea is we are saving money today. हम लोग brokerage में पैसे कम देंगे. We will not hire a very heavy consultant on day one. We will set up a kitchen which could be a used equipment but would be all as good as new. A kitchen got shut down in 6 months, the equipments are new because orders did not come. We can buy that at very cut down prices. So हम लोगों ने brokerage बचा लिया, हम लोगों ने kitchen में पैसे बचा लिए, consultants में पैसे बचा लिए. Now let's little smart spend. Invest on high rentals rather investing on interiors and other civil works at a not so good location. होता क्या है, what a general mindset is कि हम लोग एक सस्ती जगह ढूंढते हैं कि हम लोगों को एक सस्ता रेंट चाहिए. We need a cheaper place, cheaper rent where we can actually survive. But my dear, that is not true. A good market, a high street market, a market which already has a potential and has a footfall will never come cheap. So rather than investing on all of the 3 points above we claimed, we can actually spend on a good high street market. For example, if in Delhi, you find a place in Connaught Place, you will say the rentals is too high, but Connaught Place has a footfall of 10,000 people every day. You cannot get that anywhere else. So find places wherein you have a ready to go footfall. You don't have to strive for capturing that footfall for your brand. So you need to see on high rentals, or if no, high rental would be a little heavy word, you need to see a place with a very good scope of footfall, wherein if rentals is a little on a higher side, you pay that, because that will have a clear direct ROI in the form of footfall of every one customer coming to you without any marketing spend. Your cost of acquisition Your cost of acquiring that one customer is very cheaper as compared to a place where you don't have people. You will have to do digital marketing, you will have to run ads, you will have to do hoardings and boardings, you will have to start spreading pamphlets, awareness for your brand. Their cost of acquisition will also match. So ट्राई कि हमें पहले दिन ही एक ऐसी जगह पे जाए जहां पे हमें कस्टमर दिख रहा है, हम लोगों को एक्स्ट्रा कस्टमर लाने के लिए इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना. दैट्स अ स्मार्ट स्पेंड फॉर अस. Next point is investment on high street location is better than investing on other expenses, which I covered. Then when hiring staff, try and upskill your staff. This helps you retain them also on the salaries are on a lower end. As we can see that these days what people do is they set a kitchen, then a kitchen team. A kitchen team will come how? That a head chef would come at the maximum salary, then he'll have commie 1, commie 2, then he'll have a UT, then he'll have helpers. So the workflow, the baseline is decreasing, but the salaries exist. So what I suggest is, what I give you an idea about this is, try and find a great head chef who has recipes. Sit with that head chef, define your SOPs, define your recipes, and the staff, the next staff that you are hiring should be working and should be upskilled. Don't every time hire somebody who's already very experienced. Make sure that your recipes are strict and same for all types of customer, and then you are just upscaling your same staff. Today I have a commie 2 staff, I am upskilling him, I am making him learn from the head chef. After a month he'll be a commie 1. After 2 months he will be actually making sure that he can actually prepare good food, and I can save on salaries as well. This is for the people who want to smart spend. Not everybody can do that. You need to retain your customers. When you are ready to give it all in your business, when the brand owners are giving in, only then this thing can happen. You need to set all the SOPs on day one and make sure they are being followed. In that only you can upskill your staff and your team. Then next point is, there are alternatives to every expensive choice. Remember that. So today, when you go into the market, you find something which is attractive, you want to buy it, you want to take it to the kitchen, to the restaurant, but it might not allow your pocket or your budget side. What you need to do is, you need to see that and understand that the business that we are into is already exploited. It's not something new. It's the oldest business probably in the market, where everybody is eating, and we have always seen outlets, restaurants, small outlets being running on the streets. So you can always have alternatives. Then don't go for turnkey project consultants. Try and get the work freelance. Turnkey project consultants कौन होते हैं? To understand this, consultants who will come on board and do everything for you and give you the key on the last day. For example, if I come to you and I tell you, okay, sir, you want to open a South Indian restaurant, I'll help you do that. I'll construct the outlet, I'll get you the team, I'll set the kitchen, I'll set the recipes, I'll help you source the vendors. And on the 30th or 60th day, you come to me, I'll give you, hand over the keys, and we can start with the operations. I will do everything for you. I will charge you a lot because I will be coming on my maximum bandwidth. That is fair enough on a consultant's end. To save money here, what you can do is, you can freelance, hire a team, hire an interior designer, go to the market, do street shop, and do everything yourself. Just connect the dots. Save your money there. If not a turnkey project, you can freelance from people in the market. You have a lot of options in the market. Then we have next point as, try applying for licenses in advance so that you don't pay any further brokers and consultants. What usually happens is, people get aware about licensing on the last day or when they're very close to opening their outlet. And then they want to rush on licenses, because without licenses, there's always risk from the authorities. So what they end up doing is, they end up bribing, or they end up giving extra some amount to get those licenses on early basis. We can be aware about all the licenses on day one, and you can actually start applying for all the licenses. Next is, start with the USP, self-thought, not bought. What I see in the market today is, people are copying other ideas. Okay, my idea is different, your idea is different. But when I create an idea, my bandwidth that I'll be giving to an idea will definitely be more than yours. So let's not copy or see what somebody else is doing. Let's do your menu, create your unique selling products. You must have your super products. For example, if you are doing burgers, see what type of burger you can create, see the market, see abroad what type of cafes are being created, what interiors you can play on, what concept you can play on, what food styling you can play on. So there's a lot when it comes to selling a product which is unique. And when you have a USP for your brand, you can actually stay in the market for long. You can actually retain your customer. Your customers will reward you for that. We can go for the next slide, Shivani. The topic that everybody would be waiting to hear about, making business profitable. Okay. To make business profitable, your mindset should be clear about the product and the model with its costings, which will be required on day one and every day of the operational journey. आपको आपके business के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. Today I sat with so many brand owners and asked them what are your food costings. They don't know about it. Staff ने बोला सामान ले आओ, they will get the stuff. They will get the all the variable food required every day. So you need to understand that what is your product demanding at what price. Also, you need to understand that if 2 months I'm not getting business, if for the next 2 months I will not be getting business for any XYZ reason, I need to create a setup wherein my costings are being covered, my direct customers are there, my direct deliveries are there. So to understand, we were seeing about Petpooja slide. Petpooja has a very smart thing, Petpooja widget. You can actually go for that online ordering widget. You are actually escaping from the aggregator percentages, aggregator commercials. आप अपने customer को directly reach कर पा रहे हो. You can actually make sure that your customer details are being shared to you. You can actually WhatsApp your customer, text your customer, wish them on their birthdays, call them over for extra 10% discount, 20% discount. You actually interact with the customer directly. So there are a lot of different ways. You can actually make sure that you are doing direct deliveries, you are actually interacting directly, you are making sure your customers are coming on the kitchen or to the outlet. So the mindset should be cleared about the product. Try and choose a model in which you are dealing more with the direct customer. The main focus is dealing directly. Profit margin direct customer order is more than 50%, which is everybody aware about. Make sure your marketing budget is consistent and also tapered with time. Okay. In the first 3 months of my business, I'll be investing huge on marketing. I'll be doing Instagram ads, I'll be doing hoardings, I'll be calling influencers, I'll be delivering food for free, I'll be making sure that everybody is actually trying and tasting my food and actually coming again. So my marketing budget on first 3 months or 4, 5 months would be maximum. Then I'll start tapering it down. I'll stop investing on influencers. I'll lower down the budgets for the ads. I'll make sure if on aggregators, I'm not burning money on ads like that heavily. So the tapering is also a must. Burning is not a route to profit making. With the startup culture in India, we see this startup XYZ got $500 million funding from this VC venture capitalist XYZ. We need to understand that they are burning money. They have that bandwidth of burning money. We have big examples in the market. I'll not name them, but they're actually burning money and actually making sure that, okay, they persist in the market, but that is not helping any of them. They have money to burn. People like us who come from nowhere and we want to be somewhere, we have our own bootstrapped, hard-earned money. तो हमारा idea वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए. We need not burn our money. Staff tax salaries should be in accordance to your model and level of business. Big blunder what people do is लोग cloud kitchen में जाते हैं and their staff is like that. The salaries of staff are of a cafe model. When you are in a cloud kitchen, you need to understand you are delivering a product which will be going on discount of 120 rupees or 100 rupees minimal. So your staff should be in accordance to your costings. You cannot bring a staff that is serving in a 5-star hotel and now they're serving in your cloud kitchen, because if you have that capital, you can do that. But if you want to take those salaries out from the model, you need to match your financials. You need to see, यार मेरा fixed costing अगर 2 लाख रुपए है महीने का, तो मेरी staff की salaries ऐसा ना हो कि वो 3 लाख, 4 लाख, 5 लाख रुपए जा रही है. Should be in accordance to my fixed costing, should be in accordance to my revenue and turnover business. Invest in a good restaurant. Pause. Very important to track all your activities. Okay, as a consultant, why I come only on board exclusively with Petpooja is because when I say that I have 700 brands, all those 700 brands are using Petpooja for a reason. Petpooja gives you that end-to-end solution where you can actually see your metrics, even if you are unaware, unknown to this business. You, any other pause that I see in the market has complications, the service, everything, the metrics that they give are very, very untitled and very untidy when it comes to explaining. So a good restaurant pause helps you to make sure that you see your metrics, you see your sales, you see your net sales, what are the gross sales, you manage your inventories, you do top ups to your inventories, you do market pricing. So every day your P&L actually matters at the end of the day, and that a good pause only can help you, which is swift with operations, which is swift with servicing. So you need to decide that you already have a very, very good and dedicated software in the market, that is Petpooja. So go for it, which I would suggest, and all my brands are doing this. Pause. What do you mean by pause, Ranjit? Pause is something that helps you tracking your performance for the business and make sure that you are automating your business in accepting the orders, editing the orders, editing your backend dashboards. That's Petpooja for you here. Your rentals and other fixed costings should be in accordance to your setup and model business. As I told, आपके metrics should be in accordance, in accordance. If you are doing a fine dine, if you are doing a cafe or a club, your staff would actually come who will be doing plate styling, who will be very executive, very great executive chefs, and actually been in the market for long and actually will charge you a good salary. But when in a cloud kitchen or a hybrid model, you can actually settle with a staff who have good taste, might not have a good experience, but you can upskill them. So that's a smart step when you want to turn business profitable. The whole idea about the complete presentation was to choose the right model, to save your money, and then to make your money. So yeah, let's take it ahead. Making business profitable, जो idea है, ये idea इतना strong है कि everybody comes into the business with the same concept. But you need to understand that to make business profitable, your dependency should be only on two things, that is your food and your customer. If you have customer and if you have good food, you are retaining that every customer and you're retaining yourself in the market. So I think we are now open to questions. We can see what questions have been asked and we can answer all those now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sarthak, first of all. Lovely presentation. Amazing. Like, our standing audience has been there since the start till now entirely. And quickly, of course, we start asking questions. Some of them were also asking us if you can give us a little understanding on Zomato Swiggy percentage. If you can talk about that in terms of profitability. एक छोटा सा part, I'm sure आपने पहले भी webinars पे किया हमारे साथ. But if you can limit about it, ads and everything.
Yeah, when we talk about Swiggy and Zomato, so Swiggy and Zomato comes with an aggregator service percentage. For example, these days, Swiggy is going to charge you 24%. Zomato has come up with something from 24 to 27%. And after that, you will be having 5% GST. Then you will be having 1.5 or 2% convenience fees. So that this gap or this bar somewhat goes to somewhat 30% roughly. After that, you have your food costings, which I suggest should be 30% of the gross sales, which many people don't have. People in cloud kitchen or delivering on Swiggy and Zomato are actually going on a higher side, somewhere 45 to 50% of the food cost. That is why they face a tough challenge in actually taking out costings. So one, Swiggy and Zomato की अपनी commissions होती है, उसके बाद आपकी food costing आती है, उसके बाद we have ads and discounts. So when we say gross sales is something जिसमें आपको net MRP के साथ एक discount added होगा. For example, if my vegetarian momos that I sell on my platter today on my outlet is 148 rupees, when I am told that I need to sell it on Swiggy or Zomato, I'll do a hike of somewhat 25% because my gross discount that will be somewhat touching 25%. So 30% Swiggy and Zomato, 20 to 25% the gross discount, 55%, 35% if food costing is there, 30 to 35%, that somewhere touches 85 to 90%. 5% is the marketing spend and 5% could be profit. अगर आपका इनमें से कहीं भी एक भी कमर्शियल हिला तो आपका प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी खत्म. अगर क्योंकि कमीशन तो रिटेन्ड है, अगर आपका डिस्काउंट बढ़ गया, फॉर एग्जांपल टुडे आई सजेस्ट पीपल टू गो ऑन अ ग्रॉस डिस्काउंट ऑफ 18%, but average discounting that people follow is 25%, 27%, 30%. People run ads blindly and then they end up burning their money. So you need to understand fixed commercials पे अगर हम चलेंगे, fixed metrics पे अगर हम लोग चलेंगे, तो we can actually make money, but that is very hard and that takes patience and time to retain and stay in the market. So it's like that.
Absolutely. Actually, a couple of them have been sending it to me on my private chat, the same things, that they are spending 15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees, but there is no ROI.
Yes.
Especially the price parity that has come right now, which is going to change the scenario. The reason.
So I'll tell you one thing. When the questions like this come that we are spending 15,000 on ads and the ROI is not there. Okay, before running ads, you need to see, are you ready to run an ad? You spend 50,000 rupees, but when you are not ready to fight that battle, you will anyhow fail. You need to see that first your baseline is clear and then you reach for the top line. When you are running an ad, see what type of customer are you catering, see at what peak hours are you catering that customer and see where are you burning those clicks. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि अगर आप एक नॉर्थ इंडियन आउटलेट हो और आपकी डिलीवरी 7 बजे के बाद ही अच्छी चलेगी तो आपका एड बजट शुरू ही 7 बजे के बाद होना चाहिए. But Swiggy and Zomato or any aggregator will tell you that okay, run for the whole day. Your clicks would burn in the daytime only and you will not get a conversion, so ROI will never come. So the conversion should be very clear and should be pre-ready. Conversion पहले आता है, उसके बाद spend करना चाहिए.
Very true.
Yeah.
I think for those who have more questions on Zomato and Swiggy, Sarthak actually did a webinar which is present on Petpooja's site on our YouTube channel, where he talks everything about Zomato and Swiggy, how to get your platform ready for Zomato Swiggy ads, how to make reports, how to see your entire payout reports, everything he has spoken about. So please do visit it. And of course, you can reach out to Sarthak also if you need anything.
Yeah, anybody, I can see people are texting how to reach out.
Yeah.
You can reach out to our Instagram page, Tech Taste Foods. Shivani would be sharing a sheet or a Google form by the end of the webinar as well. We'll have that.
Contact form, so because a lot of people are asking, so you can just visit that. On our Instagram pages, we have actually tagged Sarthak and his entire channel, so you can also go follow him directly, please. It's Tech Taste Food, the same name.
Also, what I can see, Shivani, people are asking about.
Yes, please.
What is break-even point? So guys, yes. Break-even point is when you so that's a no profit, no loss situation. For example, your fixed cost for an outlet is 3.5 lakh rupees. Your variable cost for outlet that you burnt for a month again came somewhat 3 lakh rupees. So your total break-even point that would come is 6.5 lakh rupees. So to reach that break-even point, you need to set your mind that after all the deduction, I need to get 6.5 lakh rupees credited in my account. Only then I will be coming at a break-even point. So break-even point is a no profit, no loss situation, which you need to calculate first, that how much money you want at the end of the month to be at a no profit, no loss or at par situation. So there comes the break-even point. Also, I can see
एक क्वेश्चन सैलरीज के अराउंड बहुत सारा आ रहा है. सो शेफ्स के ऊपर भी the people who are asking will take up that question. Should I add my salary costs of the food in the price of the food in the item calculation, and if not, how do you account to that? Essentially your variable.
Yeah. So fixed costings are what? Fixed costings are your salaries, because fixed costing is something that you will have to give anyhow. आपका काम चले या ना चले, but staff is coming, so he owes that salary to you in regards. So salary cost, your rental cost, your electricity. Electricity might come into variable because people play on electricity, they save on electricity as well. But salaries, rentals would come in fixed costings. Then you come on to the variable costing. There you come on your variable food item costing, your dairy products, your vegetables, your chicken, your gas, your utilities. That all comes into the variable costing. Your packaging, your miscellaneous fuel cost, your the brand owner's personal labor hours that you are giving into the business, that also comes into the variable cost. So there's a lot that comes into variable cost.
Okay. Yeah, please, Sarthak, why don't you take a question?
Yeah, I can see that people are asking if I can throw some light on upskilling your existing staff. How, where, and what? Very good question. Don't hire staff randomly. People are coming to you and telling you, I am an executive chef, I'll charge you 80,000 rupees a month, and you are operating a cloud kitchen right now. I can do great dal makhani or great chicken tikka or great butter chicken for you, but I will charge you 80,000. It is not for you. You need to understand that. You need to do what is, if you have a good chef in the business, if you have a good chef in your kitchen, make him taste different food from different outlets. Tell him this is the taste that is being run in the market. Play on the masalas and recipes. After that, once your recipes are defined, make sure that these are standard for all the outlets, for all the brands. After the recipes are standard, your all the staff which is working on a lower level, for example, if it's a comi 2 staff, or it's a somebody who's learning in the kitchen, who's a fresher, make him learn, make him sit with the head chef, make him sit with the executive chef, make him sit with somebody who's making major of the kitchen, who's doing major in the kitchen, so that he learns. After one point, what you can do is you can actually save on the salaries. कि आपका सिर्फ head chef आया सुबह 2 hours के लिए, उसने recipes ready करी, उसके बाद your this staff which you have educated with the service and with the recipes, they can actually play on the kitchen and with the equipments. So upskilling actually saves money on salaries.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I hope a lot of people who are asking about hiring, recipes, salaries, everything, I hope this kind of things answer your question. एक बहुत major question आ रहा है सार्थक since a long time on cloud kitchen. Visibility of cloud kitchen is the biggest question right now. Because again, like you explained the model, it's very order oriented. It's not people facing anything around that. So how to increase this visibility, and if you have increased and you have reached a level, how to upscale it?
So I'll tell you, visibility is a very subjective question when it comes to Swiggy and Zomato. Swiggy and Zomato are working on a model which is strictly supply and demand chain. They are increasing their supply every day. A recent back, I was reading a news that Swiggy started onboarding for free. So anything that comes for free, everybody wants to do it. Either who has a clear vision or even not a vision. So when, am I audible? Just need a heads up, guys.
Absolutely.
So supply is increasing heavily on the aggregators and demand is consistent. For example, if you are sitting in a zone in which the demand is of 6,000 orders every day, OPD is 6,000 orders. Today or tomorrow or after a month, that 6,000 would go 6,200, 6,500, or maybe 5,800. But the supply is increasing heavily every day. So visibility will be a question. Swiggy and Zomato has come up with something that is called ads, clicks, and everything. That is just a gesture in regards to getting you visibility on the platform. Cloud kitchens के अंदर सबसे बड़ा challenge ही visibility है. To overcome that, you need to start going directly to the customer. Like I gave you an example that the online visit system that Petpooja offers, that's a very beautiful thing. You can actually connect directly with the customer. You can actually have that customer data. You can actually receive messages directly from the customer and start your own delivery in given future time. So your interaction should be and must be there with the customers. To actually fight with the visibility issue, you need to go on the ground and start reaching out to your customers. You have plenty of options in the market. You can do that. You can start reaching out via pamphlets. You can start reaching. So you can start. I practice this somehow. What we start doing is we started doing a happy note, saying thank you, thumbs up shaped note, in which we were adding details that if you add your number and if you reach out to us on this number, we'll be giving you a freebie next time. So the next time I'll be, for example, if I am giving a free iced tea, I make an iced tea at 13 rupees. So in 13 rupees, I am getting a customer data that is already ordered from me. 2 months down the line, when I will stop my discounts on Swiggy and Zomato, and I'll be just calling that customer, sir, order, he'll place the order and I'll give a 13 rupees that freebie iced tea. So my marketing burn comes 2 down. whole idea is you don't need to pay. So if what we do is, we are not here to do charity in the name of business. I am holding this pen from one and I am selling this pen from the other hand, does not matter. आपने जितने में बनाया उतने में बेच दिया, you are not making money. We are here investing our time, energy, age, dream to get money. So you need to understand, आपके पास customer base होना बहुत जरूरी है. Reach out to your customers, make sure your customer interact with you, give a happy thank you note, give a freebie, start tapering that burn month on month. So all of these calculations should be there to capture that visibility and to come out of the cloud kitchen zone. If go for a hybrid model, कि आपने एक walk-in type outlet बना लिया, cloud kitchen तो चल ही रहा है, फिर भी आप 10 brands चलाओ अपनी kitchen से, but you get a face value. People know you. Okay, Sarthak will be standing at Burger Boy outlet. He might be having 10 outlets. People will not know about Sarthak, but for that one brand, I will be known.
Absolutely. And a lot of people who are asking that there is no problem in getting the first time. The key is retention. It's not just one time the person comes, like rightly Sarthak said, the database makes it, and then again you have to reach out to them. Again, you have to reach out to them. They give you more money because acquiring a consumer is harder, retaining a consumer is cheaper.
You know, the key is retention and reward. When you retain your customer, you need to reward your customer as well. कि आप मेरे customer हो, so the next time when you will come, I'll give you something extra out of love, out of regard and appreciation. So when you reward your customers, when you actually make sure that your customer is being happy from the brand or your gestures, you actually retain that customer for a longer period of time.
Absolutely. And Sarthak, one of our favorite questions, जो हमारे को हर webinar में आता है, what is an ideal food cost ratio?
देखो, the ideal food cost ratio should be somewhat from 27 to 28% for a continental and a North Indian kitchen. For Chinese should be from 25 to 35%. For a hardcore North Indian outlet should not go beyond 35% at maximum, even if you are running with no prior knowledge. If your food cost is going beyond 38%, 40%, you need to really think about your kitchen. You really need to think about your staff. You really need to think about your vendor management.
So true. Because a lot of times you're burning so much money just in your costs. And I think one webinar you had also suggested how to make menus, in the sense making sure that one inventory gets used in multiple items.
You know, what we can do is we can do a next round where we can actually talk about how to just baseline your outlet. कि menu कैसा होना चाहिए है, उसकी pricing किस हिसाब से होनी चाहिए है, photos कैसी होनी चाहिए. In my previous webinar, I think I told about account management. So after that webinar, I got many calls about account management. So account management is a must when you are doing. So I see why, you know, why there are the major proportion of people are cloud kitchen owners is only because the air in the market about cloud kitchen is too much, and the bad air about cloud kitchens is not too much. People, everybody who is here either is very happy or very frustrated with the business line, so wants a solution. We at Petpooja is simplifying everything, giving customer a right picture कि भैया आपने इतना gross sale किया, आपका इतना net sale आया, आपने इतना discount burn किया, so आप अपना payout calculate कर सकते हो, which Swiggy and Zomato does not give a clarity on. You, me are together trying to create awareness what to choose, कौन सा model लो. So when people join us here, we want to deliver the best. There's no substandard for that.
Absolutely. And the main point is, I can say a lot of people are asking questions on designing SOPs. One thing that you have again and again told even today, it's very important to make a streamlined thing, that SOPs need to be defined. I think a lot of people don't know how to define their SOPs or how SOPs are designed. One webinar on SOPs, I think, is a must. I hope the audience also agrees on that. Then we will take one webinar on SOPs and understanding menu costing, understanding the pricing of your menu according to things. So I think that would be great. A lot of people are asking me a question on how to get in touch. I'm quickly sending you a form. Please fill it in, because this is entirely shared with Sarthak.
You know,
and
we can
follow him on Instagram.
I can see what I can see, Shivani, is people are asking for food. Shri is asking one on franchise too, please. I think right franchise is very important. The next webinar, what we can do is, the next webinar we can do on SOPs, we can do on menu making, we can do on account management. And if if you want to start with a franchise, what type of franchise and concept you need to buy on. We can do a webinar on that as well.
Absolutely, because someone is also messaging me talk about marketing strategies about touristy places. And I think you would be a great guy because you're opening your restaurants in multiple places which are seasonally very hyped and locals are also coming over there. Plus, on franchising, someone also messaged me a question. Of course, everyone, with this, we'll be taking couple of last questions. And before we, of course, end it, if you loved the webinar, please do share about it on your Instagram, on all your pages. Tag Sarthak, tag Petpooja, tag me. We love talking to you even without webinars because that is the place we can actually connect and like-minded people can discuss their problems. This is what this entire community is about. It's free, it's interactive, it's available. So Sarthak, मुझे एक बहुत interesting question आया था on franchisees only. We have bakery franchisee outlets where we have up to 40% margins available, like that are available for themselves. So how does the retail franchisee owner deal with it? I'm not sure deal in what sense right now, but I'm assuming on the cost sense and expansion sense.
Yeah, so the question what they're trying to ask is that, okay, bakery ke andar profit margins are there because the costings are very less and everything is in-house. You can actually make things. So the whole idea is that when you are running a bakery, Swiggy and Zomato is a delivery system outlet. So you cannot send your cake with somebody who is rushing on the delivery and who's taking your cake and that's all spilled when it reaches to the customer. So you really need to focus on what that you deliver directly to the customer, one, and you have a direct customer base on your bakery. You can brand yourself on Instagram. You can actually brand and play with influencers with your products. If you have good cheesecakes, if you have good curated design cakes, if you have good donuts, you have good puff cakes. You can actually play with influencers, market yourself, because bakeries are a off online market. You cannot just survive with online on bakeries. Bakeries has huge profit margins, and if you have a very good outlet, you need to make sure that you actually capture an area. For example, if I'm sitting in Delhi right now and I have a bakery near to my home, what I'll suggest is I'll make sure that we capture a premium segment or a segment which has masses in Delhi. Two segments, either premium or masses. So we'll start branding accordingly, that on what ground we need to brand ourselves. On Instagram, with influencers, with doing trials in malls, in after near movie cinemas, where we have maximum crowd coming in. So bakeries is something we can actually give a tester as well. So there's a lot when it comes to off-ground activities which you can do.
Correct, makes sense. And also along with that, if in case there's delivery, someone was asking me what kind of freebies can be given. Like you said, there was a tea that you were providing. Other freebie examples that you can also give?
For a North Indian outlet, give a gulab jamun, you can do. You can give a halwa for free. That costs cheap. For a Chinese outlet, you can give 2 pieces of momos for free. You can give a cigar roll for free. You can give a drink for free. You can give a virgin mojito for free. You can give a iced tea, lime tea, XYZ. These are very cheap, 10 to 15 rupees per item. You can do that for free. For a continental item, you can give a brownie for free. So that brownie, half brownie, a brownie that will be 30 grams. You can just cut down that brownie into 2 pieces. So 15 gram brownie, you can give it for free. So freebies just to regard, freebies not to satisfy customers' craving. You need to just regard the customer. Sir, aapne mere saath order kiya, and I am very happy that you ordered for our outlet, from our outlet. So this is in regard to you.
Makes a lot of sense. So I hope someone who was asking about freebie ideas, this is helpful. You can always experiment with your own
I
ideas.
can see very right question. Rohan D is texting, glass bottle for mojito cost 17 rupees. You don't need to give in glass bottle. You can do in a plastic bottle. You can do in a KFC type of glass and pack it with a cellophane sheet. You don't need to do that. So this is what you need to make sure. Your awareness about the product. Now you know that a mojito comes into a glass bottle. You don't need to give it into a glass bottle for free. You need to give it in a plastic container that comes for 4 rupees or a plastic bottle for 7 rupees. And your iced tea would be made for 5-6 rupees, 13-14 rupees. Mein aapki iced tea khatam. You sell it for free. You don't, does not matter to you. Your burning on aggregator is more than burning on this freebie. So freebie is a very nice and right idea.
So true. So of course, last two questions that we can take right now. Don't worry, form is going around. You can always put in your questions of how to reach Sarthak or what is there any question he would love to answer it. Pete Pooja ke liye koi question ho to I would love to answer it. So Rohan has been asking about, please talk about inventory management and how to calculate 1 month's total expense. अगर आप ऊपर से कुछ बता सकते हैं, if there is anything around inventory.
Okay, talk about inventory management and how to calculate 1 month's total expense. Okay, so when we talk about total monthly expenses, fixed cost को पहले side कर दो. आपको पता होना चाहिए आपका salary क्या है, आपका rent क्या है. उसके बाद see your utilities, your electricity bill, your gas pipeline, your common area electricity if you are in a common shared facility. Then when we talk about the expenses, we come into variable expenses. Your everyday dairy cost, your everyday chicken cost, your everyday vegetable cost, your everyday packaging cost, and your little bit of fuel cost. So you total everything down. At the end of the month, see what you have been credited in your account with Swiggy and Zomato and of cash sales, and match that with your total expenses, your fixed cost, variable cost total, and add a small token of money for yourself as well, that you are spending so much hours here as your personal salary, and then match it with the total amount credited. Then you can actually see what has been your total month's expenses and your P&L at the end of the month. In P&L, you need to see from Swiggy, where are you burning as well. If it's a loss situation, see how much are you spending on ads, what percentage of discount are you giving, at what price your products are being going out. For example, if your discount is on a higher side, you are giving a 28% discount, taper down your discount to 20%, you will save money there. If you see that you are running ads of 50,000 rupees and the ROI is not coming, taper down that 50,000 rupees to 25,000 rupees and see that now the ROI is coming or not, or if the order is going down or not. So we can see how to manage total expenses here. Then when we see about inventory management, you need to see so inventory management is all about how good are you with the forecasting. You need to see that आपका कितना orders आएगा और आपको उसमें कितना management करना है. So the whole idea is the restaurant owner is always ready with the forecast. When I know it's Diwali, I will be having so many orders, I'll be prepared with the kitchen. आपकी inventory management आपके vendors के साथ match होनी चाहिए. You are actually buying everything at the best price, cheapest in the market, and the best quality. So your top-ups, inventory top-ups should also be in accordance to the forecast that you are doing. Wastage कम होनी चाहिए.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
And the best way actually to see that is with Petpooja right now, we have actually come up with a new mechanism, that is menu forecasting, which is a new update, which is going to be launched soon. So of course, you guys are exclusively listening to it right now. But because if you are using Petpooja for a year or more than that, you will understand that this is the amount, this is the number of orders and what kind of orders, which kind of food is getting sold at what time. And because of that prediction model, you'll get to understand and forecast your menu and inventory. ताकि inventory waste नहीं होगी, आप best price पे ले सकते हैं, and आपके पास bulk पे पहले से चीजें होगी.
So guys present here, people who are present here should not actually be worried about your business, because Petpooja is actually giving solutions beforehand. So right now, just talking about forecasting your inventories, and Petpooja has come up with a solution with a new product in the market. So that's what I was talking about, that you need to have a strong POS system at your back. Now I see why. Okay, just an appreciation for Shivani, you and your whole entire team and the product, that you guys are coming up with so much. You guys are coming up with these webinars, your newsletters, your knowledge points, different products every month on month. You guys are present in all of the food campaigns that are being around in the market, and the like Ahar, you were present in Ahar as well, and other food shows as well. So this actually helps people to know about what is happening in the market.
No,
So which is so I am so obliged and appreciate, like I feel that appreciation in myself as well, that I am on the same platform and delivering the same solution as you guys are.
Thank you, Sarthak. You're being too kind right now, of course. We haven't heard so much of appreciation in a long time. So thank you so much.
That's from a restaurant owner, brand owner, consultant, from a person who directly.
Thank you so much, Sarthak.